Good afternoon and welcome to this additional council meeting. Item 1, acknowledgement. We, Greater Shepparton City Council, acknowledge the Yorta Yorta peoples of the land which now comprises Greater Shepparton. We pay our respect to their tribal elders, we celebrate their continuing culture and we acknowledge the memory of their ancestors. Item 2, privacy notice. This public meeting is being streamed live via our Facebook page and made available for public access on our website along with the official minutes of this meeting. All care is taken to maintain your privacy. However, as a visitor in the public gallery, it is assumed that your consent is given in the event that your image is broadcast to the public. It is also assumed that your consent is given to the use and disclosure of any information that you share at the meeting, including personal or sensitive information, to any person who accesses those recordings or minutes. We do welcome members in the gallery this afternoon. Item 3, governance principles. Council considers that the recommendations contained in this agenda gives effect to the overarching governance principles stated in section 9.2 of the Local Government Act 2020, and these principles are as followed. Councillors, they're listed 1 to 9 on page 5. Page 6, item 4, apologies. No, we do note that Councillor Truffle is on the screen. Item 5, declarations of conflict of interest. Councillors, any conflicts? Item 6.1 on page 7, election of a deputy mayor. Councillors, there is a recommendation, which is the first one and point 1 and point 2, that I will need to be read out as a normal motion before I call for nomination. So there is a recommendation. Can I have a councillor put that forward as a motion, please? Councillor Spinks.
Sure. I will move that the council 1, elect a deputy mayor for a term of 1 year, and 2, if at any time during the remaining period of the mayoral term there is a vacancy in the office of the mayor or the mayor is absent, incapable of acting or refusing to act, then provided the deputy mayor is available, the council hereby appoints the deputy mayor to be the acting mayor in accordance with section 20B(1) of the Local Government Act 2020.
Thank you, Councillor Spinks. Can I have a councillor second that motion, please?
Mayor Solly.
Councillor Spinks, would you like to speak to the motion?
I think that it is correct for us to have a deputy mayor. It is an optional thing for councils to have, but we have found in the past, ignoring that we have always had a deputy mayor, it is the way of this particular council, but I continue to think that is the correct thing to do, as it means that we have a smooth and efficient transition. If ever the mayor is unavailable for something, we have an allocated second in charge sort of option to step in. The deputy mayor role is for every other day of the year, mostly the same as being a councillor. But in the moments when you need, it is a very handy thing to have a deputy mayor available. And by having it just for the term of 1 year, it means that we're able to re-elect that deputy mayor if they've done an exceptional and outstanding job, or open that opportunity up for others around the table to stretch their own skills in leadership and the responsibility of representing the councillor group at large. So I support both having a deputy mayor and having them for a term of 1 year.
Thank you, Councillor Spinks. Councillor Eddy, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Mayor Solly. I think Councillor Spinks has covered that quite adequately.
Thank you. Any councillors like to speak against the motion? Any councillors like to speak for the motion? No, we'll go to the vote. All those in favour? Motion carried, unopposed. Councillors, we now get to the nomination for the position of Deputy Mayor. Do I have any nominations? Councillor Brophy.
Mayor Solly, I'd like to nominate Councillor Jeff Akers.
Thank you. Councillor Akers, do you accept that nomination?
Yes, Mayor Solly.
Thank you, Councillor Akers. Councillors, do I have any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate myself.
Presume you accept that nomination?
Absolutely.
Very good. Thank you. So in order of nominations, I will now afford you 5 minutes. Sorry, do we have any other nominations? No? Very good. In order of nomination, I would now afford you up to 5 minutes to address the council.
Thank you, Mayor Solly, and thank you, fellow councillors who encouraged me to nominate for the position of Deputy Mayor. It's hard to believe that it's just about 12 months since I was elected to represent the Pine Lodge ward. And over that time, it's been great to see some terrific outcomes for our community. It's been an honour to work alongside a group of people or a council who care deeply about our region and have shown a commitment to setting a positive, unified direction for Greater Shepparton. What I value most about this council is the way we've come together. bringing forward the voices of rural and small towns, our growing urban areas, and the many cultural groups across Greater Shepparton. Together, we've developed a clear council plan for the next 4 years to build a diverse, vibrant and connected to community with opportunities for everybody. We're the food bowl of Australia, a region that grows, produces and manufactures world-class food, backed by hardworking families, businesses and resilient communities. We're also a region that looks forward, investing in what makes our community livable: safer roads, transport links, quality sport and recreation facilities, strong town centres and more sustainable neighbourhoods. As councillors, our task is now to take that direction and bring our community with us. We must keep explaining why we do what we do, whether it's supporting business and jobs, improving infrastructure, attracting events to the region, or protecting our environment for the next generation. The challenge for any council is ensuring that all views are heard and genuinely considered, while also showing leadership and collective responsibility on the difficult decisions we have to make. Leadership roles like this one demand time, teamwork and trust. Throughout my involvement with local, state and national boards, I've always welcomed the opportunity to take on leadership positions, to listen, to collaborate and to build respectful working relationships with both colleagues and management. Alongside the Mayor over this past year, I've also served on Council's Audit and Risk Committee, which provides a vital oversight in governance, financial sustainability, risk management, understanding the business of Council, its finance, its compliance obligations and long-term planning. This is essential for sound decision-making. It's a strength I bring to Council, ensuring we remain accountable, transparent and financially responsible in everything we do. If elected Deputy Mayor, I see my role as one of support to the Mayor, to my fellow councillors and to our community. It's about being able to step up seamlessly when required, to uphold a culture of transparency and integrity, and to encourage open and respectful discussion and questioning, even when we see things differently. Our success as a council depends on the confidence and trust of our community has in us. Trust that we act with integrity, spend responsibly and work together for the greater good. What defines Greater Shepparton is the way the community pulls together through challenge and change to keep moving forward. The next chapter is about turning our shared vision into action, doing it together with integrity and collaboration. And I ask my fellow councillors for their vote for Deputy Mayor. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Akers. Councillor Summer, I afford you the same opportunity of up to 5 minutes to address the council.
Oh, thank you, Mayor Sally. This nomination is for anybody feeling overlooked or dismissed when it comes to leadership roles. It's for those who feel locked out of decisions and constantly see less qualified people accelerated up the chain very quickly. Some may not see my worth, but many do, and I know that I deserve to be Deputy Mayor. I see the deputy role as that of a statesman. It requires surety of vision, interpersonal skills and leadership. I'm putting my hand up as a stateswoman because I have all those traits and I am the most qualified. My experience spans over a decade in local government. I know policies and procedures better than most, and I also have the benefit of hindsight and wisdom, which is a rare thing in a 4-year election cycle. As we know, there are pressures on council from higher levels of government. I am well placed to recognise and push back against these pressures, such as changes to the Local Government Act and organisational creep within council. My aim is to protect local government as a legitimate Australian institution and uphold the constitutional value of political freedom of speech. Free speech is one of my core values and I strongly believe it's imperative for a functioning society. I may not agree with everything you say or stand for, but I will protect your right to say it. You already know I'll offer help on any issue, whether I agree or not, because a healthy democracy includes the right to represent your voters how you see fit. Over time, I've proven I'm not Shep-centric, so you can be confident I will back you on matters in your ward and try to ensure all wards are equally represented. I've forged my own path in local government and don't necessarily follow traditional leadership codes. Political meddlers may not like that approach because being free from codes, coercion and control may be deemed unpredictable. However, elected officials should always speak our mind and make our own decisions without any deals or peer pressure. We are all valued additions in the same team, but ultimately we represent the ratepayers, not each other. And I'm going to talk about equality because that's the elephant in the room right now. We reside in a conservative region, and as early as 50 years ago, women couldn't even get a mortgage without a man's permission. That mentality lingers, and it's very hard to shake. So after everything women have done to get this far, it would be remiss of me not to speak up about it because it's too easy to slip backwards under complacency. Women continue to be over-scrutinised, judged harshly, and come up against the same tired excuses when vying for leadership roles. Too emotional, too naive, too inexperienced, too busy, blah, blah, blah. So it's not an even playing field. Undermining a woman is as easy as starting a Mexican wave of eye rolling, which might be why we tend to underestimate ourselves while men tend to back each other and arguably overestimate themselves. Human nature means we vote for things that feel comfortable and familiar, but continually re-electing the same type of individual is not good governance. Our role is to provide broad representation for all ratepayers who may have different life experiences and perspectives. As a single parent and registered nurse, I represent people that you may not, and if it really is a question of merit, I am the clear choice. I've been elected 4 consecutive terms, twice elected deputy mayor, twice ran for higher levels of government, met Japanese delegates in our sister city, Oshu, graduated the company director's course, gained a postgraduate diploma for primary care nursing with high honours. I work in a nursing job and I talk directly to ratepayers about issues that impact them. That job keeps me grounded and connected to the community. As deputy, I would wholeheartedly and enthusiastically honour my duties, and as a bonus, I'll also have the ability to share the extra remuneration around Greater Shepparton because I don't come from wealth. I'll purchase much needed goods and services in a cost of living crisis. I am an active and positive councillor with extensive experience who brings balance to this council table, so please remember that when you cast your vote.
Thank you, Councillor Summer. Councillors, I will now call for a vote in order of the nomination. The first councillor nominated was Councillor Akers. All those in favour of Councillor Akers? That is a majority, so I proudly declare you Deputy Mayor of Greater Shepparton. Would you like to address the council?
Thank you, Mayor Sarley, and thanks for fellow councillors for your support and confidence. Certainly want to acknowledge Fern putting her hand up, your willingness to serve in a leadership role, and that certainly strengthened this council, that's for sure. Also, I'd like to acknowledge Councillor Anthony Brophy and the role he played as Deputy Mayor over the past 12 months, and the commitment and dedication that he gave to the role was certainly outstanding. And look, I look forward to working with all of our councillors, our staff, Fiona, to deliver the priorities that we've set over this past year and to serve the Greater Shepparton community. So, thank you.
Thank you. Very good, councillors. Item 7, close of meeting, which I will do now at 2:14 p.m. Thank you.